Getting choir vocals to blend into rock and metal arrangements can be tough, especially when you incorporate synth layers as well. In this clip, Josh shows you how he's added effects and processing to help the main vocal have a choir presence within the mix, while ensuring it doesn't distract from all the elements. Enjoy.
So there's a couple of things going on. It looks like I have a choir layer. Let me just hear David by himself. That is, oh, printed. I was hoping I'd show you the, I think it's a vocoder that it was going through, and maybe that one didn't end up loading properly. So let me just see. Let's just see what we can do if we zoom in here. I am the Alpha and the Omega. So that's one. And here's the other one. I am the Alpha and the Omega. Just holds that note, and then we have the third part of the harmony. I am the Alpha and the Omega. And those sound cool, but I wanted the of it to kind of be choiristic. I mean, we're talking about being a god, right? So there's different religious imagery, and he did a phenomenal job with the video. He directs pretty much all the King videos, and has for pretty much the first couple of videos they did. I think someone else directed. There's a few, and they were great. They were done by Quigley. Dave, I'm getting his name wrong. Quigley. He's done stuff for like Kid Rock and Christina Aguilera and Eminem. This dude's done all kinds of stuff. He's a legend in music videos, and he did like Fat Around the Heart. He did Eyes. I want to say there was like one or two more that he did, but maybe that was it. But David is a sponge, and he picked up a lot from this dude, and he's a movie fan. So when it came time to do the video for Alpha and Omega, it was just obvious, right? You do it in the church, you do it in an abandoned church, and you play up all this religious iconography. It just lends itself. So
and you get some raw meat.
Right. That was, I mean, maybe
can't do it without can't do it without the raw meat.
Maybe that was the reason that we got rejected from Olive Garden. The consumption of food just wasn't appealing, and it didn't really.
So as like an Olive Garden commercial.
Right. It might have been a little bit.
Hey man, it might have gotten me to go to Olive Garden.
So with this Alpha, the is the like a choir. Okay, so then I just layer that with it. Just to pick up where he leaves off on the right? I am the Alpha and the Omega. Okay. What's going on with the choir? We at least have the MIDI for that. I can show you exactly what's going on there. So it looks like this is an old version of Contact 4. I'm surprised it loaded because some of the other ones didn't want to load. So maybe it's the particular samples I was using, or who knows what. But this is just a choir that came with, I believe it was Complete 6. I think that was the first version of Complete I bought. It's that. So a reason that it gels well, like how does it gel so well with the vocals? You don't notice that it's different. Well, they're bussed into this. It's distorted a bit. And I love this pod farm for like basic processing like this. It just gets the job done, and I know it. I know what it's going to sound like. There's no questions at the end of the day, and it's ugly and it's old, but predictability is what I'm looking for here. Okay, so we're running through some pitch stuff as well. Looks like I have some octaves going on just to give it some more body. Let's remove these things and see what's happening. I am the Alpha and the Omega. Sounds cool. What does the pitch thing do? Well, it thickens up the low end by going an octave down, and also gives some air at the top. Let's hear it with just that and the pitch stuff going on. I am the Alpha and the Omega. It starts to sound a little bit more robotic with these extra pitch layers, but it's also affecting the choir sample too. So now these things are starting to be processed in one group. It's the same principle as putting reverb on your room mics and then compressing them. that it tricks your ear into thinking that this is all one cohesive sound. Okay, so then the distortion just gives it this, again, it sounds like an old record or something. Like I think about these early cylinder recordings of like Christian songs, and they're just so creepy. They just creep me out. And that's the kind of sound I want with that. I am the Alpha and the Omega. And then, oh yes, we'll put that over here. So then there's just a little EQ at the end because it's a little boomy in the low end, and there's screams and stuff that I'm trying to carve out some space for over here. I am the Alpha and the Omega. And there's just some delay just to bounce it off the walls and stuff, right? Again, just making some more space to it. But this is all part of the hook. It's the cool lyrics of the start of it, the empowering kind of feel. I am the powers that be. I am Christ crucified on the T. And then the melody, right? I am the Alpha and the Omega. I'm the Messiah, the gnashing of teeth. No one meets death until they see me. I am the Alpha and the Omega. So within the chorus being much bigger, let's say sonically, than the verses, there's still a lot of dynamics going on. There's still this push and pull between intensity, the screaming of the first half, really, crazy lyrics, and then this empowering, notation part of it. So there's a nice just balance of things happening and going on there, compositionally. And effects wise, it's really, I was gonna say not more than it needs to. Then I keep thinking about that Kemper EQ. It's like, no, dude, no, you do plenty of times more than what's needs to be done, because you go down a rabbit hole, and that's okay. I think that's okay. That's also a valid way to go about your art, right? It is okay to go down these rabbit holes from time to time. I don't think that's a wrong way of doing things. It's just to be careful that you're not going in them all the time and losing yourself too much there. But so that is basically the chorus. There's not too much going on vocally.